Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Jet Fuel TV, featured here exclusively on Hope Harbor Sports Network. My name is Elizabeth Conant, and I am Assistant General Manager of Media and Broadcasting here at the Hope Harbor Jets. I'm so excited to welcome Emily, who is Assistant General Manager of Marketing and Communications, Eric, which is Assistant General Manager of Sponsorships, and Jacob, which is Assistant General Manager of Community Outreach. So happy to have you all here today.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Hope Harbor Jets, I just want to remind everybody, is an organization where our mission is to create a flag football league that is geared towards kids with special abilities and their families and friends, and create an inclusive space where they have the opportunity to play a sport, in this case, flag football, because there aren't too many opportunities for kids to play sports like this. And we are so happy to be sponsored by our very own New York Jets. So that is a little bit more about what we're about. And as we move in, I want to ask a little bit more about some weekly updates that we have going on. I'm going to start us off by talking about a new position that we are very excited to bring to Hope Harbor Jets as our team. Obviously, we have the five of us, including Will, who unfortunately can't be here today, as our assistant general managers, but we have a new position called athletic advancement, and we're super excited on bringing this in. Athletic advancement is essentially going to be warming up and cooling down our players at the beginning and end of every game day on Saturdays, and it's been super great. We have Taylor, who can't be here today, but she's been super great to get everybody warmed up, stretched out, teaching them the importance of warming up before working out and playing games. So that's been a really great part of our game days and a great addition to the team. Eric, any new updates in terms of sponsors or sponsorships that you have for us?
Yeah, so this last weekend we had one of our new sponsors come out, and they were very helpful. It was this person named Rolanda. She was in charge of a lot of Papa John's franchises, and she came out, brought us a couple pies, and it worked out perfectly. So we had like 10 pies for the weekend. They were all eaten. We had like 30 plus people there, so it was perfect. We had a perfect amount of food and a great amount of people.
How has the inclusion of bringing food to our games and the gratefulness and the appreciation of our sponsors really helped us grow this so far? Do you see that appreciation of the kids and families through the food that we bring?
Oh yes, 100%. I mean, you're playing the game, you're having a great time, and then you take like a break to go eat something, and then when you're there, you're just like talking with your teammates, you're talking with the people on the other team. So everyone's getting so much closer. They're learning a lot more about each other, and this is like when you really do get to become like friendly and closer with everyone else, and then the whole games go smoother and everyone has a great time. So the food definitely just makes everything so much better over the weekend.
Thank you. Emily, can you talk a little bit more about the community that has been forming at our game days? I know that you said we've had some returners and then some new people as well. So how have you seen that, I guess, progression of all of our families getting to know each other?
Well, I think like we had about 12 original players and then 11 new players come out this past weekend, so that was great. And our original families, they all are comfortable with each other. They're all talking, how was your week, how was this. Three of our players, their brothers, they're going to China this week, and so them and another family were talking about their travels and where they were going and comparing their trips. And then even Faye, she is our player's mom. She saw, I guess I was a little bit overwhelmed trying to set everyone up and like make sure everything went smoothly, and she just started grabbing flags and was just handing them out, like helping immediately, like jumped on board. And because she's been there since day one, so it was nice to just see the community. Jason came back again, which we were so excited to see him, and he came up and he like ran up and gave me a big hug, and he was like, I'm ready to play. Like, it was just so fun. Everyone's starting to get comfortable with each other. They're making friendships among each other, and there's sets of friends coming in now. We had Christopher and Mila, who are friends. They go to preschool together, and they came together, they played together, and then they played with the other younger individuals as well. So it was just great to see.
Yeah, I love that. It's so nice to see that the families that have been coming together and meeting each other, and with the addition of like having snack breaks and having food from all of our amazing sponsors, is just really solidifying this community and like, hearing everyone like help out and pitch in. That's really what it's all about. So I really love hearing that everyone has been coming together through this. And lastly, Jacob, do you have any official updates on like registration numbers? Are we hitting our goals? Any updates on that?
Yeah, so going into the season, we had a goal of 42 families. Right now, we currently have 40 families registered, and we're about halfway through the season. So it looks like we're going to pass that goal by a large amount. And I think as a team, we're very excited to see that. And I do have some great news to share. The Hope Harbor Jets and Hope in Motion Foundation, our entire team is hosting a Jets versus Giants preseason game, August 28th. So we're excited to officially announce that. And that will be for all of our Hope in Motion and all of our Hope Harbor Jets families. And details are soon to come, but that game will be August 28th at MetLife Stadium between the Jets and the Giants. Sponsored by the Jets, they are inviting us out for a tour of the stadium. I'm hearing that they may bring us on the field, so that's exciting as well. And yeah, we just want to thank the Jets for their, awesome support and their kindness through all of this, and to show them what we put on week after week, and for them to invite us to the stadium, and a good day for all the kids. So we're excited for that next month.
Thank you, Jacob, for that awesome announcement. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's so amazing having the support of the New York Jets behind us, and the fact that they're inviting us and all of our families out to see a preseason game with a little New York, New Jersey rivalry, which is fun. But we will keep everybody updated on details to come, but it's great to see that there's some movement there with our exciting game in the future. As we talk a little bit more about games, I want to talk about our game from last Saturday. Emily, do you want to start off with giving us a little recap and rundown of our highlights from the game and the events that happened?
Sure. So we had, like I said before, 23, 24-ish players plus their families. So there was about 40 people on the field at once. And it was a little overwhelming, but it was so much fun. We had Coach Dylan return back, and Sam and Stan, our general managers, also helped coach as well. We had 2 new referees that were great. And we even had a little cheer squad with all of our moms in their jerseys cheering with some chants I gave them. So it was super, super fun. The white team, which is the team I was on, we won 49-42. So that was super fun. Yeah, I think everyone had a great time as far as I know. No one left upset. So I think we did our job, and it was super, super great. I hope that next weekend it's the same turnaround, if not even better.
That's great. I feel like every week I'm just hearing more and more coaches, more referees, more players. It sounds like we're really trending in the right direction. How have you seen the coaches maybe game or skill evolve over time as we've gotten further into the season?
Well, I think our only consistent every week coaches are Coach Sam and Stan, and then Coach Dylan. And I think it's great to see Dylan was warming up our athletes before the game and just kind of doing an icebreaker with them. And he knew all their names, and they knew they knew his name. So it was great because they're kind of building that coach athlete team. And even the new kids, I was like, oh, that's Coach Dylan. He's warming up the team. Why don't you go join them? And they ran right up to him, and he was helping our younger individuals. He let Sam take over his team because there was 2 5-year-olds, I believe, or 4-year-olds that were playing. So he was literally running hand in hand with them. And it was just great to see because it was stepping up where it needed to be. And like I said, they're building valuable relationships with our athletes as well, where they can go to Sam, Stan, or Dylan in the game for comfort, or if something went wrong, they have that trust within the team now.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the fact that we're able to have coaches who care so much and want to get to know our players and also form that bond that maybe these kids don't have in other places, and they're able to find the outlet here with Hope Harbor Jets. So it's super exciting. Are there any other highlights from the game that you want to add, Jacob or Eric?
Yeah, so I had a mother call me. She actually does work for Elizabeth. Her name's Susanna, and she was very sweet. She called me, had a bunch of questions, which, I don't blame her. When you hear a free event that's for kids with special abilities, your mind races in a bunch of different directions. But for her to give me a call, me and her spoke for about a half an hour, and I honestly didn't expect her to bring her 2 kids, but she brought her 2 kids, Alex and Haley, who are 15 and 10, and Haley was a cheerleader and Alex played, and for them to,
So Haley played as well.
Oh.
She got on the field. She said, I don't want to cheer. I want to play. And halfway through, up and left the sidelines and joined the game.
So yeah, for them to come out and put their faith and trust in us and what we're building, it's been great to see. And Susanna and her 2 children are just one example of the many families who put their trust in us and have spent their Saturdays on the field with us, because there's a million other different things that any family could be doing on their Saturday. And for them to, take time out of their day and to come out and have fun with us and have a good time, it puts smiles on my face. I'm sure it puts smiles on all your faces. And to see Sam and Stan, their vision come to life has been great.
Yeah, I think that's super awesome hearing that. Obviously, parents are going to have concerns, and this is something new, something a little bit to be apprehensive about. But how has these conversations with parents really opened up your eyes to what we're doing here as a team? And we're really creating a space for them that they've never really had an opportunity to be into before.
Yeah, I think there's this stereotype about kids with special abilities, kids that have disabilities in general, and that they can't do this, they can't do that, they're not functioning, they're low functioning, they're high functioning. And I think we see it firsthand that we're breaking that stereotype. And kids of all ages, all sizes have come out and have told all of us how much they love it. And they keep coming back week after week. And some weeks we have new families, and that's even better. So to see this product come to life, it's been, something that I didn't think was possible when I first started here. Sam and Stan, our general managers, told us about this, and I was like, maybe you'd get 5 or 10 families to come out, but to have 40 registered and to hopefully see another 40 registered by the end of the season, it's something I didn't think was possible. So to see it all come to life has been amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I think that it's a great way to put it. I mean, it really is great to see the ideas that we talked about and the ideas that were presented to us at the beginning of this really come to fruition. It takes a little bit of time because we are a startup and we just started this from scratch, but seeing the product be formed over time is really rewarding, at least on my end. Eric, I don't know if you have anything you want to add before we move on.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to point out that this last weekend we actually had some great weather for the first time. I mean, it was really nice out. We were able to use the field. Previously it was either pouring one time or we had to go to an indoor facility, but this time we actually got the Matano Park field to work. It was perfect weather. So it was a great time, and hopefully we can get more weekends like that,
Yeah, no, I agree. Moving on to our MVP, our most valuable player from the game. Emily, do you want to share a little bit more about that? And it looks like we have 2 this week.
So I could not pick between Sue Haley and Mario. They both came out and gave it their all. Mario had 3 touchdowns. Sue Haley had 2. And not only was Sue Haley scoring touchdowns, she was helping her brother and having her mom cheer on the sidelines. She really came in and just took it by its reins. And Mario is such a team player. He scored 3 touchdowns, but he also helped every play. He tried to defend as best as possible, help his teammates really make those plays. So the both of them really came out, gave it their all, and I couldn't pick. I had to just give it to both.
I think that's a good problem to have when our players are putting so much effort and really showing themselves. Having 2 MVPs is not a bad thing whatsoever. And out of curiosity, are these players new? Have they come before, or was this their first week?
This was both of their first weeks. So
Wow.
that was really exciting to see, like 2 first-time players coming in, gaining that confidence and taking off. So that was really heartwarming. I was excited.
That's so amazing. Well, congratulations to Mario and Suhaili. And we're so happy that they came to play this past Saturday and hope that they come again soon. Continue coming to our Saturday game days. As we wrap up this segment of our recap, I want to move a little bit more into sports, some current events that are happening, as sports are all around us all the time. I personally am still hung up on the World Cup. I think having it here in the US really got me attached to it. And I just think that now that it's over, everyone's kind of looking on what's going on the insides, the coaches, the players, transfers, league championships, and all of those things. Is there anything that you guys have seen that you want to briefly touch on? I saw that the France team recently hired their new manager or coach, whatever you want to say. Eric, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I'm pretty sure they ended up hiring Zidane Zidane, if I'm not mistaken. And like he was a very pivotal piece back in the France team a long time ago. He's a great coach. Don't know much about him. I'm pretty sure he was the coach for Real Madrid for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know he's really good at soccer. So it'll be interesting when it comes to, because since 2018 they haven't won again. So Mbappe is amazing. So hopefully they'll be able to utilize him more.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I don't know too much about his career post player, but he had his infamous headbutt moment. So I know he had some fire, some
his last game versus Italy.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it should be entertaining, to say the least. France has had a real share of dramatic World Cup moments. So hopefully no drama in the future, and maybe just another championship, but I guess we'll see.
Well, yeah.
Jacob, anything you want to add in your post World Cup era?
Yeah, on the domestic side, I actually read a tweet the other day about how the MLS is in talks with getting a new multi-million-dollar broadcast deal that will, in my eyes and from my experience with other leagues and their broadcast deals, that's the blueprint for more teams, more money for players, and just expansion. And that's the stepping ground to show that popularity is at an all-time high. So I think after the World Cup and, seeing all these new fans, whether they're supporting the United States or supporting other teams in other countries and underdogs, I think there's, a real and growing popularity with soccer here in the US. And I'm very excited to see what the future holds for the MLS.
Yeah, I agree. I think that seeing the broadcasting increase, hopefully that increases traction by viewers and by us here in the US, but super exciting to see the fan bases kind of increase and hopefully more support for the US team and the US leagues. I know soccer isn't your biggest sport, Emily, but I want to pass over to you in case you want to add before we move on.
I mean, there's not much I would like to add. As you said, it's not my biggest sport, but it was exciting to have something that big hosted in our country, and especially in our state. New Jersey held a lot of the games too. So it was definitely heartwarming, and yeah, I think I can't wait for the next one. I think I've learned a little bit this time around, so next time I'll have a better understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. I think especially bridging it back to New Jersey, I'm actually traveling right now, which is why I couldn't be on the episode last week, unfortunately. But as I was leaving Newark Airport, which was super close to MetLife Stadium, flying to Spain the day after the World Cup finals, I could not get over the electricity in the air after Spain won the World Cup. I think that's why I'm still kind of obsessing over it, because it felt so real to see all of the Spanish fans in their jerseys. I was flying to Barcelona and the gate next to me was flying to Madrid, and they would just break out in España songs. I don't speak Spanish, but it was really like cool to see. Like the entire airport was getting into it. They would play like the World Cup like anthem from the season, like Die Die by Shakira and Burna Boy, I think, and they would just start singing, and it was actually really, really cool to see. So congratulations, Spain. I won't be talking about the World Cup anymore, but I just wanted to share that because that was really cool for me to witness in person, and to be in Spain post World Cup victory. But as we end the World Cup chapter and end our summer soccer madness and start to move into the fall, we all know what that brings, and that is our football, not European football, but the NFL. So as we get into that, I want to do a little rapid fire. What team does everybody support for NFL? I'll start with you, Jacob. I see you nodding along.
While we are sponsored by the Jets, I am a Giants fan, and I know they've had, an up and down season last year, but I'm excited for Dart and Scadaboo to get back on the field and see what they can do. I'm, hoping that they do well, and I have faith that they can be a sneaky team come playoff time and hopefully make the playoffs and make it far.
All right, we'll see. We're rooting for the Giants and the Jets and all the teams, maybe. Eric or Emily, whoever's ready.
Don't let Sam
Emily go. Yeah.
Anyone at the Jets headquarters know this, but I'm actually a Dolphins fan, which is the Jets rival. But it's okay. Like, I'm still rooting for our team. Like, I'll still go to the preseason game. But yeah, I'm a Miami Dolphins fan.
Yeah, and I'm a Jets fan, but it's been a rough couple of years with Aaron Rodgers giving us false hope, and now I got Geno Smith as my quarterback, so I might watch the games this year, but we'll have to see because don't have that much faith in my team again this year, but hopefully it turns out for the better.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I am a Jets fan through my family, through my dad. I have some gear, so go Jets, love it. But I will say I am a Saints fan, and I became a Saints fan because I chose a team in 5th grade because of their jersey, and it was gold, and I've stayed loyal. So it might be unconventional, but I've stayed loyal to them, and they've had a rough couple of years post their Super Bowl successes, but hopefully it's turning around soon. But we'll see about that as it comes up. Are there any season predictions that we have for the NFL? Anyone want to take? Emily, go ahead.
The Dolphins and the Jets are still gonna suck. We suck consistently every year. We're always the bottom two, but I do hope that we beat you, Eric, and I think we will. And I will go see it October 25th at MetLife, because it's the only time I get it. So that's my only prediction.
I can agree with that. I also think that the Chargers are going to do very good this season because Justin Herbert just married Madison Beer the other day, so I feel like he's very happy. He's got a lot going for him, so he's just going to want to take that energy, bring it into the football season. I mean, what wrong's going on in your life if you're married to Madison Beer? So I mean, got to be so happy right now.
Yes, he has that post-marriage or post-engagement giddiness, and he also has some good players on that team too. So hopefully they do well this season. But I will say the Rams look pretty scary with everyone they've been building up in Puka Nacua. But we'll see, Eric. We'll check back.
Yeah.
Jacob?
Yeah. As a Syracuse University student, I'd have to root for the local Bills. I think this is the year they get over the hump and they finally make a real run and they don't get disappointed. fans don't get disappointed because, they have a good backing. And Bills Mafia is always right by their side. So I have a feeling that this is the year they get over the hump and they're playing in the Super Bowl come February.
Yeah, I will say for my I don't really have a prediction per se, but I have a soft spot for the Bills too. Unfortunately, I think that Josh Allen has won over a lot of people. Not unfortunately, he's a good person and a good player, but I really do hope that they make it, but they have to get out of their conference first to make it up all the way there to the Super Bowl. So hopefully it works out for them. But speaking of our little relationships in the NFL, if we're going by that idea, hopefully our newly married Josh Allen also is feeling that romance and that positive energy in this upcoming season. With all the love in the air with our amazing football stars and their celebrity wives, we also have the Taylor and Travis wedding that happened this past 4th of July weekend, I'm pretty sure. But with that, I mean, Travis does still have a shot in maybe having that post-marriage glow and post-marriage romance in the air. Do we think is he still playing this year? Do we think that they have a run at all for any chances in the Super Bowl?
I think Travis is around for like one more year. He signed a little over $10 million extension last year, so it should be his last year with the Chiefs. But I don't think he'll be that good. He's pushing the age on. He's like pretty old.
Yeah, I think
no, Travis is. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I think that I lost my train of thought. I think that Travis and Taylor are like, they've become like overhyped now. So like, let's let Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld come in, or like Josh Herbert and Madison Beer. Like, let's let a new couple come in and take over the football world for a year or two. But I was mentioning this before with the team. I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs are very similar to the LA Dodgers in a sense of like, they're overhyped and they're consistently in the playoffs, and it's like, let's boot them. Like, we're over it. So hopefully they don't make it that far this year so that we can see another team like the Bills or the Rams or the Chargers come in and take it by storm.
I agree with that mentality. Let's have some new romance glow and new teams in the playoff this upcoming year. So thank you guys for participating in little NFL predictions for this upcoming season. Love talking a little bit more about that with everybody. And lastly, let's just wrap this up with any upcoming events. And we have our next game day on Saturday. Jacob, do you want to give us some details on that?
Yeah, so I checked the weather this morning. We're looking at clear, sunny skies in the high 70s. So bearing any setbacks, we're going to be at Botano Park in Elizabeth Saturday, August 1st from 10 to 2. We will be providing food like always, and we're excited to see our families out there, whether they've been coming since week 1, they started last week, or new families that we're expecting. We're excited to see everyone out there for a fun game day.
All right. You heard it here. August 1st, 10 a.m., Botano Park, Elizabeth, New Jersey. Can't wait to see you there. I think that's pretty much it for the episode. Thank you all so much for coming and so much for listening. Don't forget to check out our website, which is hopeharborjets.org. Here it is down below if you want to quickly check that out. Also, don't forget to follow our Instagram, which is also Hope Harbor Jets, right here down below. Our Instagram has all of the latest news, all of the updates, and obviously you can reach out to any of our assistant general managers, which you can find on the website if you have any additional information or if you want to ask any other questions. And lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe and listen in next week for our next episode. Thank you.